we are with a 2012 Chevy Cruze, and for a while the code has been coming on for a number of the spark plugs. At least 3 of the 4 are showing multiple misfires. So the first thing that first of all, here's your replacement in today's cars. This would be the distributor cap wire. So we took that off, we cleaned it, and put some wire cleaner in it, and also we're going to pack that with some wire grease that'll help the transmission of the electricity. Same thing with today's modern car. You don't have distributor cap, you now have coil packs on most of the cars, and these tubes are what carry the electricity from the spark plugs. They distribute that to the engine and to the cylinders, and here we are, 1, 2, 3, and 4 cylinders. So far everything is good, but I'm going to lift these plugs and see if they are fouled and see what's going on down there. So we pulled one plug out of the 4. It's a little dirty. See that porcelain right there? It's eroded some. I definitely have seen worse. The points of contact are not terrible. So I'm going to pull all 3. You could definitely do without the oil right there around the threads. Like I said, that porcelain is not terribly, and the points aren't really that bad, but a combination of all 3 of them being the same way probably has been enough to make the car misfire. The wiring harness looks good, it's intact, everything was sealed up tightly, so I'm just going to exercise on some caution and replace these spark plugs. We'll get 4 new ones. They're not that expensive, $2 or so per plug, so you spend about $8 to $10 on a new set of plugs, and it literally takes 5 minutes to drop them in. So we're going to do that, reset it, and go from there. So here we have our spark plugs pulled. I mean, there's no doubt they're worn. All this is carbon corrosion built up from the spark in the engine. And like I said, this isn't the worst I've seen on here, but it's possibly enough to keep the car from, to make the car misfire. Our coil pack is intact, everything is good here. And we cleaned the inside connectors. I like to use this CRC electric cleaner. Just hit it real quick, it cleans your wires and all connections. And then we sealed it with just a little bit of dielectric grease, which will make it waterproof and also can help the current connect where it needs to. So we'll make a parts run. I'm gonna head to the parts store. Going to the parts store for men is like probably women going to the liquor store to get wine. Or I should say wine store. What do they call it? Wine and spirit store? Because y'all don't go to liquor stores. So we are back from the the parts store. And here we are side by side, the new plugs versus the old ones. Obviously the black dirty ones are the old ones, and these are the new ones. Now, I had not been marking down the mileage when I changed these plugs last, so I did it this time though on the old box, and I'll keep this, and I'll keep them to compare. But I just want to show you real quick the difference in what I think the problem is. I mean, what's causing the misfire. See, the one on the right is old and worn out, and you can see right there, the one on the right is worn really badly versus this one on the left that is crisp, clean, and it still has the metal intact. So, I mean, it's probably enough to make the car misfire. I did have some vacuum line problems before. I corrected that, and maybe that's why they wore down faster than what they're supposed to. But this, they're all worn the same, so at least that's a good thing. When you have different wear on the spark plugs, it tells you something different is going on in each cylinder, but we don't have to get into that right now. We're going to just throw these in and reset the code and take her for a spin. On the road test, about 5 miles, it's definitely running stronger. No more codes, no more engine light. You can feel the pickup back. That's typically what happens when you have bad plugs or something in your ignition system. So, I mean, it's moving along. It's a 4-cylinder with a turbo. It's a pretty zippy car anyway. Not bad. It will get up and move a little bit. You know, you're not gonna blow anybody's doors off, but it'll get you there a little nimbly when you need to. So, but I hope that is the problem, and we're just gonna track it. So everything looks good. It feels better. Thanks for checking us out.